And developments around Mogale City. We do understand a council sitting. Of course, various motions were expected to be passed today, and I do think we have my colleague Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who is standing by to bring us the very latest. Mbalenhle, if you can hear me, just tell us what happened.
Certainly, Bongiwe, the mayor in Mogale City has been removed through a no-confidence motion, really, that was brought here before council and was debated, and it seemed it was passed by 43 votes. Now, you understand that this is a very small council that is made up of only 77 councillors, and, we do understand that the councillors that actually voted in favour were some of those who had been unlawfully removed, forcing and prompting the COCTA MEC to approach the High Court in Johannesburg, which ruled in favor of the COCTA MEC. Really, they were saying that part of the reason that these councillors were removed is because they were absent at 3 consecutive council meetings. However, the decision had to go through the office of the MEC for COCTA before having been finalized, but proper processes were seemingly not followed, and this is why the court has actually ruled in favor of these councillors being reinstated with immediate effect. Right now, we do understand that there's another motion of no confidence in the Speaker of Council, which is underway, and when there is no Speaker in Council, you see the municipal manager taking on the role of a Speaker in Council, and that is what is happening inside. But if you look at the numbers and you look at the fact that the mayor was voted out by 43 votes, it seems as though the Speaker will also go in the same manner, and all the other motions will probably go in the same manner. And we've seen the ANC and the EFF working together. It's unclear as to who will then replace the mayor. But a little bit earlier on, there was a bit of confusion as to who the motion was addressed to, given that the mayor has 2 names. We know him as Tyrone Gray, but his name was presented as Michael Gray, which is also his name. His name is Tyrone Michael Gray. But I'm joined by the ANC's Provincial Secretary, TK Ngiza, to speak to us about this. We've seen yet another removal of a mayor. What does this mean for you as the ANC in Mogale City? Are things going according to plan?
The African National Congress in Gauteng has been very clear on what has been happening since our provincial conference. Reclaim the lost ground, make sure that our people are not living in worse off conditions. And our analysis was very clear that Democratic Alliance with budget will never speak to the poor. And it was very clear, if you go to all the townships here in Mogale, it's the worst. I mean, for the first time in a long time, they caught a qualified audit, which shows you that they can't even manage their own finances. So this vote of no confidence is because of nothing else but mismanagement of funds, making sure that our poor are in better conditions. You would know it's our mayors who are taking the flag when there's no service delivery. It's our mayors of the ANC, because many of the wards out there are wards of the ANC. And we feel that Democratic Alliance does this thing of not delivering service delivery deliberately. In fact, it's sabotage. That's how we view it as the Provincial Executive Committee. They are sabotaging our communities so that they get angry with us as the ANC and not vote for the ANC. That's why we are reclaiming these municipalities. Over and above that, DA has been very clear. They came up with what they call a moon pack, which is anti-ANC. Anybody who believes in services for our people will work with those people. And as things stand, we are working with these political parties who are in fact pro-poor. They believe that the working class must come first, and that's where we are as the African National Congress.
Now, I'm just going to ask you to respond to that court outcome, really reinstating those ANC councillors. And one other thing that you've also been vocal about and spoken out on is maladministration, or rather irregular spending. And one of those was the 10 billion rand in Tshwane. And yet again today we hear of, a amounts that have gone unaccounted for at the hands of the Democratic Alliance. What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, we've been saying that Democratic Alliance is not democratic at all. They don't believe in democracy. They'll do anything to remain into power. I mean, just look at a speaker that just wakes up and just fires councillors because he doesn't want to put a motion into programming. That on its own tells you about the party that you are dealing with. She ran away from this particular council 3 times. She comes here and she does something which is illegal. I mean, do you get media talking about such things? No. We know of maladministration here in this municipality. They have received a qualified audit. That tells you that they are mismanaging funds of this municipality, or they can't even account for their own municipality. This is from Auditor General. So for us, without any doubt, we believe that this Democratic Alliance understands the damage that the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC, alongside with other parties, is doing to their campaign of 2024. We are making sure that our people are living in better conditions so that we are able to stabilize.
Certainly. I'm so sorry. I have to ask you about the city of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
In the city of Johannesburg, it seemed as though there was some instability earlier on in the weekend. There were meetings that were then followed because one of your coalition partners was calling for the removal of your mayoral candidate there. How are those conversations going?
Conversations are ongoing. There's nobody who would have said that negotiations they are not for the faint-hearted. You know, when you go, you negotiate, you find each other, you engage up until you are together. As things stands, we believe the coalition will stand the test of time. We don't have any issues in Johannesburg. In fact, come the vote of no confidence, the opposition parties will be shocked that the ANC and its allies will survive that particular vote of no confidence.
Thank you so much. I have to stop you. I've been told that we need to wrap and hand back to studio. That is the latest here in Mogale City. It's back to you in studio.